Adult daughters of narcissistic mothers are likely to have experienced a childhood of emotional neglect, manipulation, and criticism. Growing up with a narcissistic parent leaves deep-rooted emotional scars that affect their self-esteem and their relationships with others. A narcissistic mother is usually overly critical or demanding. She is also unable to provide unconditional love or validation, and is often jealous of her daughter's relationships or accomplishments. Childhood can be a confusing and difficult experience for daughters of narcissistic mothers. These toxic mothers tend to think the world revolves around them, often leaving their children feeling unheard, unseen, and neglected. Narcissistic mothers often place unreasonable expectations on their daughters. They expect them to achieve goals beyond what is realistic for a child or young adult. A narcissistic mother's love is conditional and often based on how well her daughter reflects upon the mother's image. Even the smallest of mistakes will unleash a barrage of criticism. Narcissistic mothers want their daughters to remain reliant on them. They will sabotage any attempts at forming or strengthening relationships outside of the family unit. Narcissistic mothers will often resort to emotional manipulation, such as guilt-tripping or shaming, in order to gain and retain control of their daughters. No matter what's going on in the life of their child, it falls upon deaf ears if it doesn't benefit or reflect positively back onto her parents' opinion of themselves. As adults, daughters who were raised by narcissistic mothers often struggle with self-esteem issues, feelings of guilt or shame, codependency in relationships, difficulty setting boundaries, anxiety, depression, low self-worth, and mistrust. Narcissistic mothers have a profound and detrimental impact on the lives of their daughters. With the lack of guidance or support from a caring parent, adult daughters of narcissistic mothers are at risk of engaging in self-destructive behaviors like drinking or using drugs. Unfortunately, the impact of narcissistic mothers on their children can sometimes linger well beyond childhood and cause complications in adulthood when left unresolved. The damage inflicted by a narcissistic mother can often lead to adult daughters developing similar narcissistic traits, as they are more likely to mimic the behavior of their parent in order to cope with their challenging upbringing. Adult daughters of narcissistic mothers are at risk of becoming codependent in relationships. This is because they are constantly searching for the unconditional love and validation that they were denied in their childhood. Having a narcissistic parent can cause feelings of worthlessness and insecurity in adulthood. When they grow up, these women are prone to perfectionism. They often become workaholics and suffer from anxiety and depression because they never feel that they have achieved enough or done enough to prove themselves. Becoming an adult does not always mean the challenging experiences of having a narcissistic mother will stop. Adult daughters of narcissistic mothers are often faced with even more criticism, manipulation, and unreasonable expectations. Their mother will often try to dictate what kind of job they should have, who they should date, or even marry. Narcissistic mothers will use all the nasty tricks in their narcissistic toolkit: gaslighting, shaming, guilt-tripping, etc. They do not care that they are harming their child. The only thing they care about is controlling and dominating them. Your childhood trauma is a burden that you will have to carry for the rest of your life, but it does not have to define who you are. The first step in healing is to acknowledge the pain and hurt that comes with having a narcissistic mother. It is necessary to acknowledge the memories and experiences that have shaped you as a person before you can start to move forward and heal. One way to do this is through therapy. Dealing with unresolved issues from childhood can be difficult, so psychotherapy is an option that adult daughters of narcissistic mothers should seriously consider. Speaking with a professional about your experiences can help you understand why you feel the way you do and give you tools for how best to manage your emotions. As an adult daughter of a narcissistic mother, it is important to take the time to rewrite your story. Reflect on your experiences and create positive affirmations about who you are and what you have been able to overcome in life, no matter how challenging it may seem at times. This can help build resilience and confidence in yourself, giving you the strength to navigate future difficulties with more ease. Write down your successes, no matter how small they may be, as this will help to give you a sense of accomplishment and pride. Realize that although your past experiences may still impact your decisions, they should not define who you are, or limit what you can achieve. It is important to acknowledge the challenges you have faced and be gentle with yourself. Show yourself the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to someone else in need. Don't be afraid to express and embrace your individuality. Allow yourself to discover the things that make you special without the fear of judgment or criticism. Learning healthy coping mechanisms such as mindfulness practices can help you manage difficult emotions triggered by interactions with your mother. It is also beneficial to find supportive people in whom you can confide, as well as activities that bring joy and fulfillment, such as hobbies or self-care routines. If you are an adult daughter dealing with issues related to growing up with a narcissist mother, it is important to take action now by recognizing what happened in your childhood so that you can start taking steps towards healing yourself emotionally and mentally. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.